The rain didn't fall gently that night in Seoul. It attacked the streets like it wanted someone dead. A woman ran barefoot across wet asphalt, one hand clutching her stomach, the other slipping on blood mixed with rainwater. "I didn't steal anything, I swear. Please don't do this," she screamed into the darkness. Behind her, voices answered with guns clicking. "Grab her. The boss said she must not leave this city alive." She turned a corner too fast and crashed straight into something solid. A black luxury car. The impact sent her falling hard onto her knees. The door opened slowly, and everything in the street stopped, because Kang Min-Jae had stepped out, the most feared Korean mafia boss in Seoul. A man whose name didn't need introduction. A man people bowed to without being asked. A man who never showed emotion, until that night. His eyes landed on her shaking body, then slowly on her stomach. "She's pregnant," one of his men whispered. The woman looked up at him, trembling, rain running down her face. "Please, I don't know you, but they are going to kill me. Please, save my baby." Silence. Even the killers at the end of the street stopped moving. Min-Jae stepped forward slowly. Each step was heavier than the last. He crouched in front of her. "What's your name?" "Hana. Hana Williams." A foreign name. Afro-Korean mixed heritage. Lost voice. Broken fear. Min-Jae stood up. He looked at the men in the distance. Then he said something nobody expected. "She's my wife now." Hana froze. What did you say?" He didn't look at her. He only spoke coldly. "Anyone who touches her dies." A gunshot rang out. Chaos exploded. Min-Jae's men moved instantly, surrounding the car. Hana screamed as someone grabbed her arm, but Min-Jae pulled her behind him. One shot. One man fell. He didn't even blink. Then he leaned slightly toward her. "Stay behind me if you want to live," Hana whispered through tears. "Why are you helping me?" He finally looked at her, and for the first time, something human flickered in his eyes. "Because I said you're my wife." And just like that, her life changed forever. Subscribe and stay with this story till the end, because what happens next will break and rebuild everything you think you know about love. They took her to his mansion before dawn, a house so large it felt like it had no end. Hana stood barefoot on polished floors, shaking. "This is insane," she whispered. Min-Jae stood across from her, removing his gloves slowly. "You will stay here. For how long?" He paused. "Until they forget you exist." She laughed nervously. "You don't even know me." "I know enough." She stepped back. "I can't be your fake wife just because you said so." He walked toward her, and she stopped breathing without realizing it. "Listen carefully, Hana." His voice dropped lower, dangerous but controlled. "Out there, people want your child dead. Inside these walls, you are untouchable." Her voice cracked. "I don't even know what I did wrong." Min-Jae's jaw tightened. "That doesn't matter anymore." That night, she cried alone in a room too big for her fear. But outside the door, she didn't know he was standing there, watching, guarding, not sleeping. 3 days passed. Hana didn't trust him. Not his silence. Not his money. Not his protection. But she noticed things. He never ate first. He never sat with his back exposed. And every night, he checked the locks himself. One night, she opened her door slightly. He was standing there again. "Do you ever sleep?" she asked softly. He didn't turn. "Yes." "That's a lie." Silence. Then, unexpectedly, "I sleep when you stop shaking at night." Her heart paused. What does that mean?" He finally looked at her, and his voice was quieter. "You scream in your sleep." Hana froze. He continued. "And I don't like it." Something in her chest tightened. "You shouldn't care about that." Min-Jae stepped closer. "I don't like things I can't control." "That's all this is to you? Control?" His eyes darkened slightly. "No." A pause. Then softer. "Protection." And he walked away before she could respond. Hana stood there confused, because for the first time, she didn't feel like a prisoner. She felt like someone was trying to keep her alive. Too carefully. Everything broke on the 7th night. The mansion alarms went off. Gunfire outside. Glass shattered. Hana woke up screaming. Min-Jae was inside her room in seconds. "Stay down," he ordered. She grabbed his sleeve. "They're here, aren't they?" "Yes." Her breath stopped. "I'm going to die." "No," he said sharply. "You're not." He pulled her behind him again. And this time he didn't let go. Outside, his men were fighting. Inside, Hana was shaking so hard she could barely stand. A bullet hit the wall beside her head. She screamed. Min-Jae turned instantly and covered her completely with his body. "You don't look," he said low. "I can't do this." "You can. Because I'm here." That sentence hit her harder than the gunfire. He moved her toward a hidden exit. But suddenly, one of the attackers broke in. Gun raised, aimed at Hana. Time slowed. Hana whispered, "I'm sorry." But Min-Jae moved faster than fear. Bang. The man dropped. Silence returned for half a second. Hana stared at him. You killed him." Min-Jae didn't look at the body. "I told you, no one touches you." And something inside her cracked. Not fear. Something else. After the attack, everything changed. Hana stopped asking to leave. Not because she accepted it, but because she started noticing him. The way he stood between her and danger. The way he watched her eat before he touched his own food. The way he once fixed her blanket at 3 a.m. without realizing she was awake. One night, she whispered, "Why are you really doing this?" Min-Jae didn't answer immediately. Then, "Because I failed once." Her heart tightened. "What do you mean?" He looked away. "There was someone before you. I didn't protect her in time." Silence. Hana softened. "I'm not her. I know." He paused. "But I won't fail again." Something heavy sat between them after that. Not fear. Not distance. Something dangerously close to care. But truth never stays buried. File arrived one morning. Min-Jae saw it first. And his face changed slightly. That was rare. Hana noticed immediately. "What is it?" He didn't answer. She grabbed it. And froze. Her child's father belonged to a rival mafia bloodline. A family Min-Jae had been at war with for years. Her voice shook. "So that's it. I'm just a war problem to you." "No." She looked at him sharply. "Then what am I?" His voice rose slightly for the first time. "You are alive because I chose it." Hana stepped back, crying now. "You should have let me die then." Min-Jae moved fast and grabbed her wrist. "Don't say that." "Why?" His grip tightened. "Because I can't undo what I feel now." Silence. Hana froze. "What did you just say?" Min-Jae let go slowly. And for the first time his voice broke slightly. "I said, I can't lose you." That moment changed everything. War came fast after that. The rival mafia sent a message. "Return the woman, or we take everything you love." Min-Jae burned the message without blinking. And said only one thing. "Let them try." Hana stood behind him. "You're going to get killed because of me." He turned slightly. "No." She whispered. "This isn't your war." Now he fully turned to her. His voice was calm, but deadly. "Everything that touches you becomes my war." Her breath caught. And for the first time, she didn't argue. Because she believed him. But they came anyway. And this time, they took her. Hana woke up tied in a cold warehouse. Darkness everywhere. A voice laughed. "You really think a mafia boss cares about you?" She didn't answer. Because she didn't know anymore. Then, a loud explosion. The door blew open. Silhouettes entered. Gunfire followed. And then silence. Min-Jae walked through smoke like it belonged to him. His eyes locked on her instantly. And something in his face broke. "Hana!" She cried out. "You came." He untied her slowly. And held her for the first time. Not like protection. Like fear. "I told you," he whispered. "You're mine." She looked up at him through tears. "I thought you wouldn't come." His voice dropped. "I would burn this world before I let you doubt that again." And in that moment, something shifted completely between them. Not fear. Not arrangement. something dangerously close to love. Weeks later, peace returned. Hana sat in the garden of the mansion, hand on her stomach, Min-Jae beside her, closer than before. The baby moved. She gasped. He kicked. Min-Jae froze. He? Hana smiled through tears. Yes. For a long moment he didn't move. Then slowly he placed his hand on her stomach. The baby kicked again, and something cracked inside him. Hana whispered, "You're smiling." "I am not." But he was. For the first time. Hana leaned closer. Min-Jae. Yes. Was any of this ever fake? Silence. Then finally, no. She nodded slowly, and whispered, "Me neither." But as they sat there in peace, somewhere far away, someone was watching, waiting, and the war wasn't over. Not even close. If this story touched you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more emotional mafia romance stories like this. And comment below. Would you trust a man like Min-Jae to protect your life and your heart?